John, you're in the program. Go ahead, John.
Hey, Soren, I like your show, but I disagree with your assessment on the talent.
Okay, in what way?
Well, I know that we can go ahead and compare the players KUMU. Dimon, and Pressey and Dixon. Point guard wise, I think Missouri's stronger.
Well, Denman's not a point guard.
Well, Dixon and Pressey.
Okay.
And then as a wing, I guess Dimon plays wing. Would you agree?
I mean, I think they play three guards a lot, but he's.
I consider him a wing. I play basketball, but I consider him better than. I pick him over any player over Reed.
Well, I would look.
I think he's better.
If you're going to cherry pick your players, look, let's line it up right here. We're going to play ball. All right. This is how you have to do it. We're going to play ball. We're going out. We're taking the KU team and we're taking the MU team and we're going to draft. We're going to sign up and we're going to pick players. All right. Now, John. This is John. I'm going to put you on hold because this is how reality works. If you want to cherry pick your best and go up against somebody else's middle player, yeah, you can get there. Let's draft from those two teams. Okay, because I thought I was a pretty good player when we'd roll into the gym because I'd pass and I'd set picks and I'd do little things. I was picked last because I sucked. Okay, and you can like this player or that player on whichever team you want. But in the end, talent is about who will be picked first. All right? So who is the first pick, John, in a draft between those two teams?
Soren, I don't think that's an appropriate way to judge based upon who will be drafted first in the NBA. Is that how you're judging them?
Do I think it's an appropriate way? Do I think it's an appropriate way to what? To evaluate which team is more talented?
Yes, because
yes, I do. Well, let me answer your question, John. Let me answer your question.
I didn't even get a question in.
Well, you just asked me, is that an appropriate way to evaluate the talent? I'm trying to answer it.
I want to tell you how I think.
I know that's not a question, John. I'm trying to answer your question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, that's absolutely the right way to go about evaluating talent, is how they will be evaluated by the NBA in the next level and get drafted. I'm not finished answering the question, John. That's absolutely the right way to go about doing it. And here is the reason why. Because when you look at who plays deep into the NCAA tournament, they have lots and lots of NBA draft picks on their roster. They're not the little engine that could. A&M's been to the NCAA tournament 5 straight years. They have not sniffed the Final Four. How many players have been drafted from A&M? Oh, they had AC Law. They had DeAndre Jordan. They've had a handful, but not enough to go all the way to the wire. All right? And do you have teams that surprise? Yes, Butler went a long way. Guess what? They had an NBA first-round pick on their roster. They got another kid who's probably the guard's going to get drafted too. Sheldon Mack is going to get drafted. So, John, that's great. Missouri's more talented. Okay. You feel better?
I understand what you're saying. You have a point. But what I'm basing it upon the college game. The NBA game and college game is two different games. That's why I enjoy the college game.
So why do NBA players consistently...
So I'm judging them based upon as a college player.
Okay, I understand. I heard you, John. Stop repeating yourself and answer my question now. So why do NBA players consistently take their teams deep into the tournament? Why is it that UCLA goes to 3 Final Fours with lottery picks falling out of Ben Howland's rectum like Drew Holiday and Russell Westbrook and Kevin Love and Darren Collison, and it's first round, lottery. Why are those the teams that are always playing deep into the tournament? Why is it that out of the Big 12,
you have a point.
Who wins the Big 12? Who wins the Big 12 all the time?
When I first got on, I started saying let's compare each player. What talent level? You didn't want to talk about it that way. You want to talk about who's
okay. Let's do it that way. Let's do it that way.
There's different ways of judging.
Okay. Let's do it that way. Marcus Denman versus Josh Selby. Right. Let's go for it. Marcus Denman versus Josh Selby. Now, understand when I answer this question. When I answer this question, that I'm going to tell you that I'm the guy who said Marcus Denman is the best player in the city this year, that Marcus Denman is better than Travis Relaford, who everybody else, every recruiting service, and I'm told by Kansas boosters, Bill Self said I was wrong, that Relaford was better. Nobody has been on Marcus Denman before any of you Missouri fans started jumping on his bandwagon. Nobody was on his bandwagon before I was. Josh Selby is a more talented player than Marcus Denman.
No.
Who will be drafted first?
How can he say that when he's just started playing? He hasn't played very long.
How can I say that? Because here, John, here's how I can say it. Here's how I can say it is because we're in year 3, and Marcus Denman is just now getting it together again. And I'm the Denman fan. Remember, long before John, you even knew he was even a wart on your rear end. I was preaching the Marcus Denman, hype around this place. Okay, you don't come in after not playing a game and drop 21.
Okay.
How come Marcus Denman couldn't score 21 points till he was what? Maybe he's done it, once? How many times in his first 2 years did he do it? And Josh Selby did it his first day against BCS competition.
So you're already saying Shelby's better after just a few games of playing.
I'm telling you he is more talented. No. I said he is more talented, John. I said he is more talented. And that's what we talked about beforehand, and I'm going to let you go because I need to take a break, and this will go nowhere in a hurry. He's more talented. Okay? Let me just ask you this, John, and I'm sorry to do this, but I'm going to make my point. Why does Kansas kick your ass every year? I mean, and I know it saved me the emails. I'll delete every email. I'll just go delete all my email box here on Monday and save. So all you Tiger fans, save yourself. But for John and anyone who's thinking John's right, why does Kansas kick your ass every year? Well, there's that one time we won by a point. Why does Kansas kick your ass every year? Why does that happen? You want to explain that to me, John? I mean, what are you going to say when you roll into Allen Fieldhouse and you go home licking your wounds, losing by 20? What's going to be the answer then? What is it? Win a conference, John. Win the conference. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, I am justified to sit here and tell you Kansas is more talented because Missouri always loses to them. Kansas is more talented because they always win the league, and Missouri never does. Because history says Missouri hasn't been worth Kansas's spit since Norm Stewart left. And I'm justified in saying it. Now, I'm not going to because it's a lot more complex than that. But the math is there. The history is there. And I know everybody gets their big panties in a bunch, their black and gold panties, and their scarlet and blue panties, and their silver and purple panties get in a bunch anytime somebody says one of the other schools is better than mine. Well, I wear orange and blue panties. Okay, I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have a stake in the game. I don't care. Okay? It doesn't matter to me. I don't care which one of them wins. I want all of them to be good. I want one of them to be a national championship contender. I'm sorry, John. Here's reality. Let me have reality. Sit on your face and wiggle. Kansas owns you. Owns you. They're your daddy. They are the Big 12's daddy. They are the pimp. They will slap you when they feel like it. Fur coats, big hats, rings, curb feelers, they're your pimp. And when you get done, you give them your money. They own the conference. They own it. And sitting around and trying to cherry pick your best player against Kansas's 5th or 6th best player and say that's why we're more talented is not going to change that. Now, here's what you got going for you, John. Mike Anderson's not a coward. Mike Anderson's not running around the state making speeches and BSing people like that. He rolled up his sleeves and he went to work and he's built a hell of a program. But why are they losing to Colorado? Why is Kansas undefeated and Missouri's losing to Colorado? Why does that happen? Why are you losing on a virtual home floor against Georgetown and Kansas has not lost? Why is that happening? Now, you can come up with whatever goofy scenario you want to try to make yourself feel better and go back to the bar in Columbia and sit around with the boys in your black and gold jackets and your tiger hats and slap each other on the ass and tell each other we're better. Okay, that's great. But I don't wear that jacket. I don't have that hat. I don't have to do that. Kansas is better. That's it. Period. End of discussion.